My people, good morning. Your boy just woke up. But we have something pretty dang unexpected that finally came out here this morning. As you guys can see, the latest video that was published on the BrawlStar's YouTube channel, the future of Brawl Stars in 2025. The amazing, the glorious Brawl Stars roadmap has finally been released here. And I gotta say, this one is really, really exciting. It's worth the wait. So we're gonna dive into it, break it down, and see what's in store for us here in the future for Brawl Stars. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So seeing that it's only 4 minutes and 27 seconds long, I think we can just watch it together and come across the content that's going to be coming around the corner together. I already watched it very loosely, didn't have that much time to digest everything that Frank had to say, so I would like to do that along with all of you guys here today. So without any further ado, hey, let's get into it. We got Frank here. Brawl Stars 2025 roadmap.
More collabs, more permanent improvements, more brawlers, and power level 12. Won't be coming.
Yeah, right.
Not so soon. I'm
Thank
Frank,
goodness.
And here's our roadmap for 2025.
Nice.
First off, we will continue having time-limited events and collaborations with other brands. They're a great way for us to both attract new players and to re-engage with our previous players.
Not bad.
They're great for the game's growth and health.
They have mentioned this in the podcast that they're going to continue with these collabs, and I am a pretty dang big fan of them. They're hitting pretty hard. I liked the SpongeBob one. The Godzilla one was really, really good as well. But also in the podcast, they had mentioned that they're trying to work on a healthy balance of more game design structure changes, much like the trophy system that's being reworked here in the next update, right? So that balance, I think, is kind of coming in clutch now with this next update. So I'm okay with collabs. I like them a lot.
Also, it's just plain fun to work with iconic IPs. But we heard you. You also want permanent features and quality of life improvements. Not just time-limited events.
Yes.
We agree. So this is our plan. For every update in 2025, we want to add smaller permanent fixes and quality of life changes. Things like performance improvements, getting rid of annoying bugs, making it easier to choose brawlers and ranked, and so on and so forth. And for every other update, so about every 4 months, we would like to either release a new big feature or rework old ones that are not fun anymore or performing so well anymore, like Mega Pig.
Mega Pig. So he says about every 4 months, they're planning to release a big feature, right? Which I'm guessing is along the same lines as this trophy rework system that's coming out in the next update as well. So that's really reassuring, dude. Well, at the same time, they had mentioned in every update, they want to work on other quality of life changes that would just benefit the game in the long run, like bugs, picking brawlers easier in ranked and things like that. So that's not going away. It's not just going to be collabs, which I think Frank is trying to establish here in the beginning. You know, they actually want to make big changes, which is awesome, dude. Every 4 months, that's not bad for a substantial big change, reworks of old systems, things like that. I'm game for that.
Let's go deeper into each update and what we have planned.
Ooh, okay, this is nice. October, the very next update, right?
It was already planned, and it's gonna be a fun one. There'll be a battle for
okay, sneak peeks.
With Mortis on one side and Edgar on the other side. Maybe it's a battle for the worst teammate. We'll also make changes to everyone's favorite system, the trophy reset.
All right, so we already know a lot about the trophy reset, right? We dived into that in the very last video that we made here on the channel, but this is brand new. They did not mention this in the podcast, so we're getting another time-limited community event, a thing designed around Edgar versus Mortis. Very interesting. I wonder how that's going to play out and how the rewards might look for that. I believe Frank had said a battle of the worst brawler or the worst player, the worst random. I think that's pretty cool. I like it. I'm a fan of like these community events or the limited time stuff.
It'll keep resetting trophies, but only after you reach 1,000 trophies.
Gotcha. So we know enough about this already.
A lot easier. When it does reset, depending on how well you've played during the season.
Okay, I think that's a little sneak peek of the mega trophy box, right? That's the mega one. So I think there's 2 tiers past that. So you got mega, omega, and then the ultra. So this is the middle one, and I'm sure this is going to be really attainable for most people. Will they show us the loot?
Depending on how well you've played during the season, you will be rewarded with a new unique
trophy box. 11 items in that one. Do you see that?
Including skins that currently cannot be obtained with Bling. We'll also introduce a new leaderboard.
Did you hear that? The boxes can contain skins that are currently not available to be purchased with Bling. Some more rare ones. That's pretty cool, dude. I really like the resources that are in these, you know, a guaranteed skin. I feel like that's really important for a lot of free-to-play players out there. I remember when they first introduced bling, everyone was over the moon. People were freaking out that players that didn't spend money in the game had a resource or avenue to get skins, right? It was crazy, and I think this is another great avenue.
We'll also introduce a new leaderboard besides
this
the
I'm interested in,
which will track all-time trophy achievements forever, so ladder warriors can show off even more.
So I was worried about this in the information that we got about the trophy system being reworked, right? The overall trophy leaderboard. But what they're saying here is it looks like they're showing off overall trophy totals that will stay forever. So like that person at the top, the number 1 spot, has 149,693 trophies. So that's definitely overall trophies, right? So I guess there is going to be a structured leaderboard for those ladder warriors out there, not just brawler specific leaderboards, which was the worry in yesterday's video. So yeah, not too shabby. That's pretty cool.
Yes, we know. You have a million questions right now, and those will be answered in the next Brawl Talk. The trophy road itself won't be changed for now, but it's something we would like to touch in the future.
But we're looking at now December, so the next update after October or whatever.
Something big coming to Starr Park these Brawl
days,
but we don't want to ruin the surprise yet.
Lord? That's all we get? That's all we get for December, bro? Come on. That's hype.
Coming to Starr Park these.
Yo. Okay. So they didn't give us any hints or anything like that, but if Starr Park is in the discussion, that means I think that lore is going to be something present this December. And if you guys didn't know, if you're not around during these updates, or if you're newer to Brawl Stars, the December updates, the Brawladays updates, are normally the biggest of the year. Either they have like 3 brawlers in it, a lot of free rewards. It's just relatively hype. They tried to put a lot of time and attention into this update, and it's normally their biggest update of the year. So looking forward to see what they do with Starr Park, bro. Some lore, dude. Since the CCTV craziness that happened that time, it's been a while since we've gotten anything like that. So, dude, that's hype for December 2024. Come on.
Don't want to ruin the surprise yet.
Frankie could have gave us something, man. February 2025.
But this at least is a plan for now. For our first update of 2025, our focus is to further integrate ranked and esports into the game. Imagine that progressing through ranked would be an additional path to enter the Brawl Stars Championship.
Oh, that's interesting. I kind of like that. So it's not just going to be championship challenges to get into the Brawl Stars esports scene. You can also get through or to that place to be competitive in Brawl Stars through ranked. Or I guess that's kind of the concept that he's addressing here.
We already see this in other games, and it's a great way to introduce amazing but unknown players to the esports world.
I like that.
Of course, we would take this opportunity to improve ranked itself. We wanted to be more competitive for the sweats, make the transition from casual to pro smoother, and open quality of life improvements, like a guaranteed ranked skin after a certain number of ranked drops, for example.
I like that. I like that. So that was February 2025. I really like that system, and it's something that I never really thought of too much. When it comes to the competitive scene in Brawl Stars, we do see like reoccurring faces, right? A lot of the time it's just the same exact people competing at the highest level, and it looks like they're trying to find an avenue to be able for like unknown players to work their way up and find their way to that competitive scene, which is really, really cool. I'm sure there's people aspiring to be pro players in the Brawl Stars space, and this might be a good rework for those types of players, right? With those dreams, those aspirations. But now we have April 2025.
With the trophy road, we would like to rework the mastery system and some small improvements to gameplay alongside it. We would like to rework the mastery system and some rank drops, for example. A really, really cool collar. Can you guess skin after a certain number of rank drops, for example? A really, really cool collar. Can you guess what it could be? And some small improvements
to
gameplay alongside it.
By him saying that, does he mean that like we have information or like we could guess? Because how are we gonna guess? But another collab in April. But next, moving along to June of 2025. Dude, these romats are so clutch. Summer 2025.
We would like to rework the mastery system or trophy road, or maybe even both.
Oh.
For the trophy road, we've been thinking about integrating it fully with the Starr Park lore, which is currently only really explored on our social channels and almost non-existent in the game. There are so many amazing stories to tell.
Bro, that's interesting.
We're also looking at something many of you asked us for. Should we explore achievements? Another, you guessed it, collab!
Another collab. Dude, okay, June is hitting hard. How is that even gonna look? They said that they want to rework the mastery system as well as the trophy road, but they want to integrate it with lore in Brawl Stars. How would that look? I don't know, but that's really intriguing. That's super, super interesting. Maybe that's why they've kind of held off on Trophy Road Rework, something that I feel like the community has been asking for a really, really long time. But that seems like a really interesting plan. Lore with the Trophy Road or lore with masteries. Cool. But there's a lot that they have planned here in June. Achievements?
Another, you guessed it,
and a collab in June.
If everything goes according to plan, all brawlers should have hypercharges.
Oh, cool.
Meaning that
so everything's going to be caught up with hypercharges by June 2025, or at least that's the goal.
Every new brawler after that would be released with a hypercharge ready.
Oh, that's sick.
So
okay, August.
Everyone has a hypercharge. Is it time for power level 12?
This is what I was interested in.
We genuinely don't think that's the answer. But to be honest, we
I
don't
agree.
know what would be the next step. It's time to lock Adrian back in the design dungeon.
Oh no, Adrian, no.
PowerPoint inflation for long-term players. And if you're in the situation,
this is what I'm interested in.
Hungry for new abilities and changes.
Yes.
At the same time, newer players don't experience either of these issues. So
it's a good point.
The question for us now is, can we create something new that feels fun? That's another expression for skill and would be upgraded mostly with PowerPoints. Would that be possible? We think so.
You know, with what Frank just said there, it really does show like how much thought needs to be put into like some of these big new features coming to the game, like hypercharges when they were first released. Like they gotta fit a certain niche. They have to be like the expression of skill has to be there. They have to be like good for the economy. Like there's so much to think about, but it's kind of what they mentioned in the podcast that's super, super exciting that they want to possibly, or where they're hoping this new ability would go would be with the inflation of PowerPoints, right? So we can purchase them with PowerPoints. Seeing that Frank said that they think that they can pull that off is super compelling. Could you imagine? I feel like that's one of the biggest downsides of BrawlStarrs right now, or I should say one of the biggest complaints that reoccurring people have, and that is having too many PowerPoints on their account and they can't do anything with it. So having a next like ability, whether it's like third star powers, third gadgets, that's just kind of what comes to mind, but there could be something completely different, like a brand new thing like hypercharges. But purchasing it with PowerPoints, giving a purpose to PowerPoints is crazy. PowerPoints right now, all it is just leveling up brawlers, which you need coins for as well. There's like, there's nothing to do with PowerPoints. It's nuts. But we're moving into October of next year, so we're literally like a year from now. Nuts.
And finally, with the last update,
no way.
We would like to tackle the map maker. Currently,
let's go.
Very far from what we originally envisioned. Today, it's cumbersome to greenlight maps. We would like to make it easy to share maps and make them playable with codes, so you can easily show them off online or to your friends. More options that would allow players to not only create maps, but explore new custom game modes and different activities.
Interesting.
More like a sandbox experience than it's currently. And with this, we want to add even more encouragement for players to keep creating content for the game and make map maker alive again. These are not small tasks, and we'll probably need to start working on them simultaneously with other updates. But hopefully we'll make it happen.
Bro, what a big bombshell at the end there. October of next year, they're hoping Map Maker can be like fruitful again. That's crazy. Bro, I cannot express how big Map Maker was when it first came to the game. That, like, what it did for BrawlStarrs was insane. Like I said before, that's their, like, golden ticket. If BrawlStarrs ever starts going downhill in terms of popularity, that's their golden ticket. Because, boy, oh boy, when that update came out, it hit so hard. Like, astronomically. Man, that was exciting. A lot of really interesting things to look forward to, dude. Holy crap.
For Brawl Talk on the 26th of October.
Hey, we were right. 26th of October. Dang. What an update. All right, bro. Can you guys see why I'm always so excited for these roadmaps? There is so much to digest, and like it just keeps you on the right track to what to expect in the future. A lot of exciting things coming around the corner, right? We got a little bit more information about content coming out for this very next update with that fun limited event with Edgar versus Mortis. I don't know how that's going to look or like how the rewards are going to look for that, but I'm excited to find out. But we also know probably the biggest ticket, the most exciting thing coming out in this next update is going to be that trophy rework. It's going to be crazy. But man, a lot of really other like small exciting things to look forward to. Of course, in those updates, they kind of just went over what they plan for like the big ticket thing to come out. We know of collabs coming around the corner here sometime in the future, but some of those like bigger things that they're talking about, like achievements possibly being a thing, Trophy Road, as well as a mastery rework. That's really, really interesting. The hints of lore coming out in the near future in this Brawl Days update. doing some stuff with Starr Park is really, really cool. And the way that they want to possibly integrate lore with like the trophy road is really, really interesting. I have no idea how that's going to look, but super exciting. And I absolutely adore that they had mentioned kind of what I was really, really excited about in the podcast, that next ability, once hypercharges are done, because they will be done by next year, as they had mentioned, what are they going to do with that next ability? Is it going to be third star powers, third gadgets, but purchasable with power points? But yeah, at the very end, then the biggest bombshell out of here is definitely that map maker rework. Dude, there's a lot to look forward to. Roadmaps hit so dang hard. What a nice surprise here this morning on this fine Wednesday. Let me know what you guys are thinking. A lot of stuff to look forward to. But yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to hop in with, kind of break it down, digest it with all of you guys. Just chilling out with your boy here today, and I appreciate you all for doing so. So yeah, we'll be talking super soon, everyone. Adios, and take care.